Hi everyone, before we start off the video, it is your last chance to win a sealed Umbreon tin. You just gotta leave a like, subscribe and let me know down below in the comments your favorite set from the Scarlet and Violet era so far. Let's roll the intro. Hi everyone and welcome back to Pokémons. Today we're gonna make the ultimate tier list from Scarlet and Violet era so far. If you wanna know which products from the Scarlet and Violet era I am picking up or which products I would not recommend, then this video is for you. Let's go. We start off with the Scarlet and Violet base set. A booster box has a current price of $90 and decreased 28% over the last 12 months. If we take a look at the top chase cards from Scarlet and Violet base set, we can see the Miriam with a current value of $22. We have the Gardevoir EX at $20 and then we have the Golden Nest Ball at $15. Also, Scarlet and Violet has a ratio of 1.42, which is pretty low. If you want a full explanation about this ratio, go watch my recent video about investing calculations I make. But briefly, this means actually that we can buy 1.42 booster boxes of Scarlet and Violet base for the same value as the top 10 chase cards within this set. The average in the Sun and Moon era today is around 1, but boxes like Lost Origin, for example, do have a current ratio of 3, which is very interesting for potential investments. On our tier list, I ranked Scarlet and Violet base set as a C set. Why? The chase cards from this base set aren't too special. The Miriam is the big chase card in this set, but this card came down from $250 for a PSA 10 to $90 today. Great artwork, but nothing too special in my opinion. I think the Evolutions line of Gardevoir EX in the base set are the most interesting cards from this set. This set has also a pretty low ratio of 1.42, so people won't buy booster boxes because of the potential high value cards in this set. So why am I not ranking base set as a D-class set? Because it is base set. It is known that a base set has already an advantage on other sets because it always remarks the beginning of a new era. And Scarlet and Violet base set is also the first set with grey borders, which could be also something special on the long term. And in the end, $90 for a booster box is a pretty reasonable price in my opinion. So Scarlet and Violet base set C-class ranking. Next up, we got Paldea Evolved with a current booster box price of $105, decreased 23% over the last 12 months. Price of booster boxes were ranging for a long time around $90. But I think it's because of the value of certain cards from this set and the fact that the supply of this set is not as big as Obsidian Flames, for example. This set is already retracing a bit to $105 today. If we take a look at the top chase cards from Paldea Evolved, we have the Iono at $75. The beautiful Magikarp, which is actually pretty hard to pull, at $70, and then we have another Iono at $26. Also, this set has a ratio of 2.48, which means we can buy 2.5 booster boxes for the same value as the top 10 chase cards from Paldea Evolved. Besides the 3 top chase cards, this set has amazing artworks like the Tyranitar, the Raichu, and the most interesting part is the fact that these cards are very hard to pull in a PSA 10. Print quality of English Paldea Evolved is absolutely zero, which is why a Magikarp, for example, in a PSA 10 is already going for $500 and a Raichu in a PSA 10 for more than $200. I rank Paldea Evolved as an S tier set to invest in and where I'm actually investing in at the moment. Why? The fact that this box is only $105, where you can potentially pull a $500 card and multiple $200 cards is actually the big reason. A lot of value in cards, a big chase card and a cheap buy-in price for booster boxes are the reason why I rank Paldea Evolved as an S class set. So I am focusing big time on Paldea Evolved. Also as a collector, I am trying to master this set. Next up, we got Obsidian Flames. A booster box is going for around $101 today, and this booster box decreased 30% over the last 12 months. If we take a look at the top 3 chase cards from Obsidian Flames, we start off with the Charizard EX at $47. Then we have the Golden Charizard EX at $20, and then then another Charizard at $9. The ratio for this set is 1.23, which is the lowest we have seen yet. In my opinion, the Pokemon Company did this set wrong by putting in too much Charizard artworks and too easy pull rates for the Charizards. And that is also the reason why I rank Obsidian Flames today as a D-class set. Next up, we got the set that helped a lot of collectors find their way back to the hobby, Scarlet and Violet 151. It is a specialty set, so it does not have a booster box, and that's also the reason why we are looking at an Elite Trainer box. Besides a UPC, it is one of my go-to products for a specialty set where I potentially could invest in. The current price of an ETB from 151 is $55, and this box decreased 13% in the last 12 months. If we take a look at the top 3 chase cards from this set, we start off with the Charizard EX at $112. We have the Blastoise EX at $45, and then we have the Venusaur EX at $40. I ranked 151 as an A-class set. Why? First of all, because of the nostalgia this set carries. I had so much fun opening 151 packs. However, pull rates are, in my experience, much lower today than they were at release dates. I think 151 prices today are still pretty reasonable. I can imagine that a 151 ETB in 5 years will definitely be worth more than just $50. But I'm also a big believer in Japanese 151. Maybe a little bit more than the English version. Why? First of all, the print quality in Japanese is way better, and the fact that a Japanese booster box carries a Master Ball is a big advantage against the English version. So English 151, amazing card list with a lot of nostalgia and a reasonable price. I rank this set as an A-class set. Next up we got Paradox Rift. A booster box is going for $93 today, and this booster box decreased 34% in the last 7 months. The top 3 chase cards from Paradox Rift are the Roaring Moon at $55, the Iron Hands EX at $31, and then the Iron Valiant at $27. And we can see that this set actually has a surprising ratio of 2.96, which means we can almost buy 3 booster boxes from Paradox Rift for the same value as its top 10 chase cards. I do believe that Paradox Rift deserves one of the higher ratios from the Scarlet and Violet era yet, because it has some nice artwork like the Altaria EX, the Groudon is amazing, the Steelix, the Roaring Moon, and $93 for a booster box is an absolute steal. But we also need to mention that this set is only 6 months old, which could have a big impact on prices of single cards. A couple of top chase cards from Paradox Rift are trending downwards, and we know that prices fluctuate a lot in the first months after a set release. So I would like to make the same calculation in a couple of months to see where the ratio is heading to, but for now I think $93 is an interesting price to buy some booster boxes from Paradox Rift. But because of the fact that there are a couple other more interesting investment opportunities from the Scarlet and Violet era that can guarantee a more stable investment return in the future, I ranked Paradox Rift as a B-class set, a good backup plan to invest in. Next up we got Paldean Fates. Because of the same reason as 151, we are looking at an Elite Trainer box from this set. The current price of a booster box is $41 and decreased 36% in the last 6 months. The top 3 chase cards from this set, we have of course the Charizard EX at $110, we have the Mew at $74, and then we have the Gardevoir at $49. Because of the fact that this set just recently came out, I won't be too focused on the current prices from the chase cards because they are pretty high at the moment, which is at first look a good indication, but they are still going down in value every week. I do understand that this Charizard is the most valuable card out of this set, but I am not the biggest fan because in my opinion we've seen that kind of Charizard artwork too many times in the Scarlet and Violet era. At the moment I'm not too focused on Paldean Fates and do not know if this set can create the same kind of interest like Hidden Fates did. It will take a little bit more time to make some more value-based conclusions. I think $41 for an ETB is a fair price, but it will take a long time to see some return on investment for this product, in my opinion. Therefore, I am ranking Paldean Fates at the moment as a C-class investment. Last but not least, we have Temporal Forces. To make a valuable investment decision for this set, it will take a couple more months because this set is only 2 weeks old. When I'm doing long-term investments, I will always wait a couple of months after release when prices are more stabilized and there is already some more information about pull rates and PSA reports. So for temporal forces, I will mainly focus on the current booster box price and the artwork from the top 3 chase cards, because the value of the chase cards can change a lot in the first weeks after release. Current price of a booster box is $103. If we take a look at the top 3 chase cards from Temporal Forces, we start off with the Iron Crown EX at $94. We have the Raging Bolt EX at $75, and then we have the Walking Wake at $49. I recently made a video of the top 10 chase cards from Temporal Forces, and I must admit I actually like a lot of the chase cards. So I think $103 for a booster box from Temporal Forces that has several beautiful chase cards, which are pretty valuable at the moment, is a pretty good price. At the moment, I'm more interested to buy a booster box from Temporal Forces just to have a little bit fun as a collector and hopefully pull some nice chase cards. I personally think that it's too early to make a final investment decision on Temporal Forces, but nonetheless, $103 for a booster box is always an interesting price to pick up. And that's the reason why I rank this set as a backup plan for the future, so Temporal Forces ranked B-class sets. So to make a little recap for our tier list, we have Obsidian Flames as a D-class set, we have Scarlet and Violet and Paldean Fates as a C-class set. Our backup plan is Paradox Rift and Temporal Forces. 151 is always a good idea. And my S-tier investment is Paldea Evolved at the moment. I just want to mention that Scarlet and Violet booster boxes in general are extremely cheap at the moment. I know that the interest in this era isn't what we actually all hoped for, but I think there are a couple of sets and products from this era that have a lot of potential in the future. So besides everyone is focused on Sword and Shield at the moment, and I understand why, I am already picking up some interesting investment opportunities from the Scarlet and Violet era, like a Paldea Evolved booster box and some 151. And there you have my ultimate tier list from the Scarlet and Violet era so far. Now, if you like this video and you want to win the sealed Umbreon tin, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and let me know down below in the comments which set from the Scarlet and Violet era you are interested in. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.